In June 2022, Congress voted to form a bipartisan 9-member committee to investigate the January 6, 2021 attack on the United States Capitol. The chairman is Democrat Representative Benny Thompson of Mississippi. The vice chair is Republican Representative Liz Cheney of Wyoming. The first witnesses described the attack as a war zone. Trump is claiming the election was a fraud. Everyone knows that, he says. His campaign manager, however, tells the committee he could not accept the loss. Ivanka Trump states, I told him he lost. Attorney General Bill Barr testifies he was talking crazy stuff, wasting his time. He lost touch with reality. Meanwhile, committee member Zoe Lofgren, representative from California, reveals Trump used these false claims to con his followers out of $250 million. Trump, insisting the election was rigged, called Georgia Secretary of State asking him to find more than 11,000 extra votes. Brad Raffensperger, Georgia Secretary of State, refused, saying to the committee Trump's claims were completely false. The numbers could not be fudged. They sent disgusting sex messages to my wife. The pressure on Pence from Trump and fellow Republicans not to certify the election is tremendous. The mob outside the Capitol is calling for Mike Pence to be hanged. Federal Judge J. Michael Luttig states to the committee the 12th Amendment is pristine clear. The vice president has no authority to overturn the election. Then he adds, I would lay my body across the road before I'd let the vice president take that action. Pence didn't budge an inch. Trump demands, sign this letter on Department of Justice stationery so we can get some action investigating this crooked election. The DOJ acting attorneys are startled and confused. Trump explains, my new lawyer, Clarkey, wrote the letter for me. Everyone knows I won by a landslide. Surely you know about the Italian satellite with a laser that can change a vote for me to a vote for Biden. We would resign before we'd sign that. Every AG in the country would resign, creating a crisis. But I won! Cassidy Hutchinson, former White House aide to Trump's chief of staff and eyewitness to many White House events, testifies under heavy security. She describes one event. I am the effing president. Take me to the Capitol. Sir, get your hands off my wheel. Cassidy continues. Trump knew the mob had guns, knives, spears, bear spray, and tasers. But Trump refused to stop them. He said, they're not here to hurt me. Hang Pence, the mob chanted. He deserves it, said Trump. Representative from Florida, Stephanie Murphy, brings up a meeting at the White House intended to find ways to stop the confirmation of the election. Representative from Maryland, Jamie Raskin, adds, but the meeting has been described by aides listening outside the closed doors as unhinged. Other than yelling, nothing came of the meeting. But later, alone, Trump has a plan of his own. He tweets, come to D.C. January 6th. It will be wild. Trump's tweet is a clarion call to all right-wing militant groups. Proud Boys marching. White revolution is the solution. Oath Keepers on board. QAnon in. Food and ammo for a month. Locked and loaded. Civil War II. Bring the 15s and the 47s. Need volunteers for a firing squad. What did Trump do when he reached the White House? He walked right past the Oval Office into the dining room. Hamburger! For 187 minutes, he watched the violent attack on TV. What does he do? He does not call for troops. He does throw his hamburger at the wall. He does tweet, Pence is a coward. Outside the dining room, aides standing by are saying, Sir, the Secret Service agents are calling their families to say goodbye. Members of Congress under attack find safety in an undisclosed location. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi explains, we have to finish certifying or they will have a complete victory. At the Capitol, the mob is demanding, where is that effing bitch? Nancy Pelosi presses on, we need active National Guard now. Chuck Schumer, Senate Majority Leader, is on his cell. I'm calling the effing Secretary of Defense. Nancy says, they say somebody got shot. D.C. requested the Guard. Denied. Give me one goddamn reason why, demands Schumer. The mob was yelling, bring her out or we'll come get her. Pelosi and Schumer conferred with Mitch McConnell and all agree to expedite the confirming. Nancy exclaims, "There's excrement on the House floor." Schumer calls the Attorney General. "Get the president to tell them to leave."
Hang Pence,
Finally,
hang
Trump
Pence,
does tweet a
hang
short video
Pence,
saying,
hang
"I love
Pence,
you, go
hang
home."
Pence.
After some time, Vice President Pence calls saying, "You'll be able to return within 1 hour." Nancy Pelosi makes an announcement. "Clean up the poo-poo, we're reconvening." On January 6, 2021, the House confirms the 2020 election. The House committee calls for a final session. Liz Cheney states for the record, "Our nation cannot only punish the foot soldiers who stormed the Capitol. Those who planned to overthrow our election and brought us to the point of violence must also be accountable. Without accountability, it becomes normal and will reoccur." The 9 members of the January 6th investigating committee voted to subpoena Donald J. Trump. There were 9 ayes and 0 nays. The committee was adjourned.